Hi, I'm JJ Peller. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate your attention and your time and your energy that you put into watching the content that I'm creating here. So you know, if you've been here before, that I'm really sharing ideas, strategies, content around personal and professional development because I have ambitions, I have passions, I have goals, I have dreams, things that I want to do and accomplish and become and serve and contribute to the world. And I recognize that it's a constant battle, right? And not in the negative sense, but in the sense of if you really want to go after something, you're going to have to step up to the plate every single day and get ready to swing. Get ready to make an attempt to knock it out of the park. Sometimes you're going to hit double, sometimes you're going to hit a single, sometimes you're going to strike out. Right? But the idea is if you're an ambitious person, if you've got goals, if you've got big dreams, anything that's going to take some time and energy for you to go after, then you've got to be willing to come back every single day and be willing to give it whatever it takes to make that happen. And I've been reminded of this recently, as many wins and victories as I've had over this year. It's been awesome. It's been amazing. But at the same time, there are those days, there are those weeks when you're just like, am I making progress? And you feel like you're going backwards. You've heard the saying, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes life feels like that and it can get frustrating. And I'm making this video here right now today based on this idea of if you are struggling, if you are feeling challenged, if you are feeling like, I've made progress and I'm working towards my goals and my dreams, but something's pulling me back, something's holding me back, something's come up and frustrated me or challenged me or stressed me, and I'm feeling like I'm not making the progress that I should be making or could be making. And I want to direct this video at you if you're feeling that or have felt that recently, because I had a friend, Cody, thank you for the suggestion. I was having a conversation with Cody one day a few weeks ago, and he made the point, I'm really excited about the sales process and grinding it out and making things happen and going after my dreams and my goals. But sometimes I feel challenged, sometimes I feel stuck, and that happens to everybody. It's not just you, it's everybody. Know that other people, other ambitious people, other people who have big dreams, big goals, are being hit by the same challenges and struggles that life delivers to anybody who's going after big dreams and big goals. And I just want to take this moment to remind you, to reiterate to you and to myself, quite frankly, that in these times of feeling challenged, of feeling like I'm not making progress, of feeling like I'm being held back by something, that's part of the process. That's part of the process for you, for anybody that really wants to go after something. Because think about it. Is life really just going to deliver you everything you want on a silver platter? And if life did serve your dreams and your goals to you in that format, would you really want it like that? Or do you feel more fulfillment, more excitement, more success when you've pushed, when you've worked hard, when you've faced challenges yet pushed through those challenges to come out successful, to come out victorious, to find yourself making that progress, to feel like you've done something to continue to climb that mountain, that treacherous mountain at times, towards those goals and those dreams that you have? And what I'd offer to you is this. If you are feeling challenged, if you are feeling like you're struggling, if you are feeling like you've got these big goals, these dreams, and you're just struggling to make progress right now, today, that's part of the process. And you have to accept that as part of the process. Now, that doesn't mean you have to accept struggle or challenge as something that's going to stop you, not by any means. In fact, when the struggles and the challenges come into your life, that's when you have to realize, okay, life, I see what you're doing here. Or maybe you believe in a higher being like I do, God. I don't think God puts challenges in front of us to deter us. I think he puts challenges in front of us to say, how bad do you want it? Do you really want this thing that you're so much looking forward to accomplishing? Is it something that you really want? Because if you're going to stop because of this one challenge or this one struggle or this one frustration or one bad weekend or one stretch of period that you feel like you haven't made progress, if you're willing to stop in those times, you don't want it bad enough. And that's okay too. Because I think challenges and struggles are in our life to say, if you don't want it that bad, don't go after it. Because it's not going to be worth it at the end. But if you do want that dream or that goal, or you're ambitious enough to go after these extraordinary things in life, to make them happen, the things that you want to become, do, achieve, experience, then challenge and struggle is inevitable in the process, and embrace it. I know it's way easier said than done, and maybe it's an overused statement, but you've got to go after it when you're facing those challenges, when you're facing those struggles. And the thing you've got to come back to is your why. That's the cliche that's overused. What's your why? Right? You hear it so many times. There's a famous TEDx video about it by Simon Sinek. He talks about starting with why. And there's a reason. And it's not just about starting with why, it's about continuing with why. It's about pushing through with your why. And this is what Cody and I talked about. He said, when I face challenges and struggles, I just realized that I've got to come back to the reason I started. I realize I've got to come back to that thing that I'm really looking forward to. I've got to come back to what centers me in my pursuit of my passion, of my dreams, of my goals. And that's what you've got to do too. It sounds so cliche, but have you actually picked up a journal and spent time, throwing things around, writing in it, to know you've got solidified in writing the thing that you want to go after, the thing that you want to do and why you want to do it, why you want to become that thing, why you want to experience those things in life. Because until you've written it down, I don't think you've really solidified it. Once you put it in writing, you'll be able to come back to that time and time again when you're feeling challenged, when you're feeling like there's anxiety or struggle in your life. You can come back to this point of, I know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. I can be reminded of what it is that I'm working towards. And when you can do that, you can keep pushing. It becomes easier to be courageous in those times of challenge and struggle and anxiety and frustration because you're not making progress. But I can tell you, because I've experienced it recently, you have super exciting times in your life and super great successes and achievements, and you feel like, yes, this thing's happening. And then life serves you a challenge. Life serves you this thing that's like, how bad do you really want it? Are you going to push through? Are you going to come back to your why, look at your vision, and know that you can make it happen? Because I think that's where success and fulfillment and excitement and passion and the juice of life really lives, is when you're challenged, yet you're willing to be courageous and push through that challenge by coming back to the reason you started, by coming back to that vision that you have longer term, for the reason you're putting in the work, the time, the effort, the energy into the thing that you're going after. So I'll leave you with that. If you're feeling struggle or challenge or anxiety or stress around your big dreams and your big goals, come back to your why. Come back to the reason you started. Get focused on it. Write it down if you haven't yet. Get yourself an awesome red journal, whatever color you want to use, but write it down. And write it down every single time that you're feeling challenged. You don't have to just go back and read it. Write it down again. Because when you actually put pen to paper, that's solidifying that thing that you want. So I challenge you to do this. Challenge yourself to write it down in a journal. Write it down every single day if you have to. But know that if that's the thing that you want to do, have, achieve, experience in life, you're going to be challenged. You're going to be forced to make tough decisions at times in your pursuit of your goals. And the question is, do you want it bad enough? Are you willing to push through the challenge and the struggle and just keep going, keep climbing that mountain, even if it's treacherous at times, to know that that vision, that goal, that dream that you have is worth it. Come back to your why if you're feeling challenged. And no matter what, have fun. Be awesome.